Access to information versus relevance filters. Now this is something that has been said by Peter Kruse, somebody who has said many very intelligent things about the internet in the early 2000s. And it was actually about the internet, the way he said it. He said the problem with the internet is not having access to all this information, it's having the right kind of relevance filters to process the information and to select what's relevant to you. I guess you all know this situation where you're overwhelmed by the amount of information, and no matter how you look at the problem, you always have too much information and you don't know how to focus, you don't know how to pick the information that is relevant to you. And that's what I mean by using this idea of relevance filters as something to look at your situation and say, what is actually filtering out information from that mass of information to find out what's relevant. Two examples for that. One is numbers. So a lot of reporting is actually financial reporting or other kind of reporting on measures is always done in numbers. So the great thing about numbers is it makes things comparable. You can compare the past to the present and so on. But what it doesn't do is it filters out everything that explains the numbers. Why are these numbers this way? What actually happened? And so on. And so that's a relevance filter that sometimes you don't want to have in place. What could you do? For example, experienced people often go and pick up the phone. So instead of having some KPIs or having information about your 50,000 customers, you call some customers and you listen to them and the stories they tell. And that gives you a certain depth. And so that's another kind of relevance filter. You can't do it in the quantity that you can measure with numbers, but you can give qualitative depth. And you apply two different kinds of relevance filters. Another example I want to make is from a hotel which was specialized in seminars. That's how I got to know them. And they were so big, or their events and banquets and seminars were so big that they were in a separate building. And usually at the end of a 2 or 3 day seminar, the person who was responsible for us came over from the main building and asked us, so how was it? How has it been? What was your experience? What kind of feedback can you give us? What's the relevance filter here? The relevance filter is that first of all, I'm about to pack my things. I want to leave. I have to travel home, so I don't want to spend too much time. And the second is, I don't really have a very careful recall of what happened on the first day and the second day. So I have a lot of filters that make me filter out the feedback that I give to that person the person is not even aware about, not even I am aware about. And they have actually changed that situation simply by taking away that relevance filter. They have placed the office of the banquet and events department in the seminar building itself, in the staircase, which means that whenever a door opened and somebody came out, people had a break, they would immediately hear what's going on. They could immediately also quickly come by, bring a coffee and ask, so how's it going? Is there anything we can do for you? And that was much less of a relevance filter, and it was much more immediate information they got.